watching this video right now that has a bit of a heavy heart? Do you have some kind of burden that you're carrying around with you? If so, listen to the rest of this video, as I promise you I have some thoughts and ideas that might help you with this. Not might, that will help you with this. Let me start with a proper introduction. I'm Connie Jo Holmes. I'm the founder of BU2BFULL Hypnosis and Coaching, and my mission within my company is to teach individuals how to confidently and courageously move from reacting to life to owning your life. And I'm going to tell you right now, letting go of any burdens, any frustrations, any hatred, any of that stuff that would come in the form of forgiveness is an ideal way to go from reacting to life to owning your life, okay? So before I get into the guts of this, if you like this video, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I thank you in advance for that. So on to the topic at hand. So lately, forgiveness has been popping up a lot in my circles. I'm doing a lot of webinars. I have a meetup group, different clients I work with. Forgiveness is kind of a common theme right now. So I thought there must be a reason why. So I thought I'm going to create a video on this. So I want to talk about, first talk about the importance of forgiveness. Now, I know those of you watching this video right now who may be suffering for something that you view as unforgivable, please listen to why it's important to just let this go. There are many books out on this topic that will support what I'm going to say, and I'll name two of them. One of them is The Fear Cure by Lisa Rankin, and then the other one is called The Body Keeps the Score. And then I know Louise Hayes has a book, but I can't remember the title right now off the top of my head. But there are many books that support what I'm going to say. And what that is unprocessed emotions that get stuck in our body create disease. So if you think about it, if you are living with something right now that is, that you're viewing as unforgivable, and if you're carrying that around as hatred or resentment or just a heavy, heavy burden, and I get it, I get where it comes from, but if you're carrying that around, and then if you end up getting a disease over it, well, that person or that situation that created that dire feeling inside of you, well, they continue to win, right? They continue to affect you. And so that right there, I hope, is reason enough to just let that go. And I know saying that phrase, let it go, can sound much easier said than done. But I do want to give you an example of something that happened very recently with a client of mine. But before I get there, let me first talk about so that's why we need to let go of these negative feelings. And then also, if you think about it, if you're carrying around, I'm just going to use the word burden, okay? But this word burden can mean hatred. It can mean, heaviness, resentment, all these things. If you're carrying that around from something negative that happened to you, I just sat back in my chair because it's heavy. Just saying those words, it's heavy. If you picture it as like a backpack on you that just constantly weighs you down, that's something that you wear. And so that's how you present yourself to the world. And so that's another reason, whatever that situation is, it continues to affect you and to win, if you will. And that's the last thing that you possibly could want, I would imagine. And then on top of it, the other thing associated with this is, it imprisons you, it just encapsulates you and imprisons you. And so when you can just, forgive and let it go, it literally frees you. So those are the reasons why forgiveness is important. So now let me talk about the how. And I wish I could give credit where credit was properly due, because it came from a book, but I cannot for the life of me remember the book that I read this from, which I can't believe, because I'm somebody who, I remember books and authors and all that stuff, although I can't remember right now Louise Hayes' book title. But normally I can. And but it was a book, and in there they talked about the Native American Indian tradition, or I should say practice or something about that, with forgiveness. And this is very helpful if you need to forgive somebody who is either passed away, moved to another country, or who just hurt you so badly that you just can't even think about a face-to-face conversation. And what that is it's a letter writing exercise. And you just pour everything into this letter. And so I want to stop right there and tell you, in my book, I actually talk about this, and I give the instructions on how to do it, complete with a template for you to fill in your own situation. So it's basically done for you. So 2 ways to get that: either buy my book, it's $9.99 on Amazon, BU2BFULL, or if you just go out to my website, which is Connie Jo Holmes or BU2BFULL.com. Both of them will get you there. And you'll see a tab that says books. And on that, you will see another section where you can download for free the worksheets that you find in my book. So I highly encourage you to get it. But anyways, so what you do is you pour your guts out into this letter. But the most important thing is, once you're done writing this letter, you just fold it up, roll it up, whatever you got to do, and you burn it. So burn it, outside over a fire pit or inside over a kitchen or a bathroom sink. And as you're burning it, you are saying a prayer. You're saying a prayer for release, to let this all come off of you, just all of that. And you're doing this for you. You're not doing it for that person, you're doing it for you. That is the thing that you have to remember in this. But anyways, and I love just the symbolism of this. But as that smoke is going up into the air, just picture your wish and your forgiveness and your prayer literally going up to the heavens and just being released from you. So I have got to tell you, I did this personally about a decade ago and poured my guts out and all this kind of stuff. And honest to goodness, within 2 weeks of me doing this, the situation and the person that I put into this letter, sure enough, I get a phone call. I got that olive branch phone call, and it was amazing. And so I know firsthand that this works. So that is the why. That is the how. Again, my book and the worksheets will help you a little bit further with this. But now I just have to tell you, and this is connected, but it's just so funny because it just happened just this week. So I had a client here, and we were doing a hypnosis, and for a very specific thing, a series of hypnosis appointments, because what it is reframing negative emotions for exactly this reason. We want to reframe them, get them out of our system, so that we can get them out of our body, and we can just move forward, find a lesson with this so that we can grow and learn and evolve. So anyways, I had this client here, and we were actually talking about fear. And so some things, from her subconscious mind came up about fear and all of that. And then she then said that she understands the phrase, let it go, but it's hard. It can be hard. And so she was saying that under hypnosis, that she actually saw a cart. So picture like almost a cafeteria cart. That's what she saw. And when she was saying let it go and all this kind of stuff. And then she said it was very helpful for her to see a cart, because then she could literally just push it away. And it was the coolest thing. And so what we actually ended up doing under hypnosis, I actually had her go to her most peaceful, beautiful place. And then after she did that, then I said, okay, you're in this peaceful, most beautiful place, feel it, see it, all that kind of stuff. And then what happened was, then I had this cart literally come into her place, and it was carrying all of her fear and her worry and, all of this kind of stuff. And actually under hypnosis, she busted out laughing, because it was so absurd, because her peaceful place was actually on a beach. And so to have this, cafeteria cart rolling in on the sand was absurd. And it just made her laugh. And that was actually really good, because that's exactly what happens. You're living your life, you're doing all these things, and then this just like crazy, obtrusive worry, fear, hatred, resentment, whatever, just comes in on this cart. And it's like, get the hell out of here. And as quickly and as swiftly as it came in, you can push it away. And so that was something for her, that she was able to then have a visual that accompanied what that phrase let it go means. So I wanted to share that, because I just thought, one, it was so timely, but two, it's just so interesting. And if you are stuck in any way carrying some heavy burden or whatever, if you yourself can get some kind of a visual to help accompany what you're trying to do, it really, really does help. So, and if I can help you in any way with that, I believe you know by now that I'm a coach, I'm a hypnotherapist. In the description box below, you'll find a link to my calendar. Schedule a free 30-minute strategy session with me, and we can talk about some of these things, and then hopefully we can work together. But also, my description box below, you will see that I have a number of webinars, courses, and workshops and things like that coming up. And so everything that I do is kind of in this same vein. It's all about confidence and self-acceptance and that type of thing. And that touches on a lot of different things. And so you'll see that when you see my events page. But I hope you see something that interests you, and I can see you on the inside on one of those. In the meantime, check out that forgiveness letter, do it, and I promise you it will. I'm not guaranteeing you someone's going to call you in 2 weeks like happened for me, but I do guarantee you that you're going to feel lighter and brighter and free. So on that note, have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.